This week we're seeing double, and not just because of the Baker twins. Former guest Jeremiah Bitsui joins me to talk twinning, modeling, and gaming with Shannon and Shauna Baker. We also dive deep into cultural misappropriation and why the Pochohotties need to find something else to wear to Coachella. This episode is sponsored by JNH Lifestyles.
Take advantage of one of their home infrared saunas and experience the many benefits that thousands of people across the United States are praising.
Regular sessions in an infrared sauna will help you in almost all areas of your life.
Start your joyful, natural, and healthy lifestyle today with JNH Lifestyles.
I'm Stevo, and this is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Welcome.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Of course. Guest co-host Jeremiah hanging out.
Yes, Jeremiah.
So, R.I.P. Dex. It was really sad. We were getting ready to film this week, and my co-host died. Yeah. It was really tragic.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Is this really?
In a freak snowmobile accident.
Are you serious?
At White Sands, so there wasn't even snow.
But and then he didn't even die then. It was a bobcat.
Yeah,
came and got
because he was trapped there.
You guys, I'm like, why is he saying this story like smiling?
Yeah, I'm like a week ago,
I was thinking like who is interviewing? Like, who am I sitting beside right now? Like, no feeling. He's like, my
co-host died.
And
he's smiling. My co-host
that's
died.
I'm like a
snowcat got him.
Yeah. We're not twins, but I feel like we're twins. So if he died, I feel like a part of me would die. Like, you guys have the thing, like, if I smacked you right now, would you feel it?
No.
No?
She just likes to hit.
Okay, yeah, see? I mean,
there's a delay.
Y'all are twins.
What was that movie? You remember, like in the '80s, there was this
Twins movie?
The Twins movie with like the two guys.
Danny DeVito.
No, that's twins.
Danny DeVito and
Arnold and
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
They did not.
Shannon actually made me believe that I was actually leftovers when we were kids.
So we used to watch every twin movie. There's twins here.
Oh, dude, yeah. Did you watch like Double Down and all those?
Yeah, we watched every twin movie.
Every twin thing.
All the old ones, like the Arnold Schwarzenegger and like Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
I like in the episode in the movie.
I'm shorter than Shannon.
They say,
I'm like a little bit shorter.
Like
than
that
Shannon.
Danny DeVito was the leftovers of Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah,
and that's why
that.
he was so short.
I
So I used to tell that to Shauna, and then Shauna would explain it to other people, and then she really believed it.
I believed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm like, makes sense. I'm like shorter. So
yeah.
I guess it makes sense. I'm the leftovers. Like, whatever.
So who's actually older?
I am.
She's a minute older.
But yeah, I'm a minute older. Yeah.
Seniority.
And wiser
Seniority.
and everything.
So does
stronger.
she actually make all the decisions?
No, I mean,
Yes.
she's the final draft. I'm the final masterpiece.
Oh,
so
She had to work on that a lot. There was a lot of Googling.
there was a lot of, I'm just saying, they had to like figure something out, and they're like, okay, we'll just make it better.
Where did you guys grow up?
A little reserve called the Slattern First Nation. It's like a little reserve. Like, I know here in America they call it reservations. In Canada we call it reserves.
Okay.
But it's a little reserve
Or res.
in like northern British Columbia.
Okay.
So
Jeremiah knows what's up. He's native too.
Yeah.
So
My grandma
this is all
loves
like
Jeremiah,
at the
by the way.
Baskin, right? Like you guys were Danae?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, a lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually really surprised that you know that.
Boom!
Yes.
Can y'all throw down any like at the Baskin or anything
Like,
that?
I can say like the small stuff, like barely sus, like really small stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what Danae means?
No.
People.
I know, but Decathlon.
Decathlon means people of the water.
Of the land.
So it's Danae.
That's our people.
Yeah.
Danae, I don't like. That's just.
Danae literally, it's at the Baskin. It literally just means people. A people.
Oh, okay.
So the
Yeah.
people. Yeah. So I actually worked at I worked for National Native
That's my
News and
toe.
Native America Calling back in the
grabbed the
day.
one
It was like a national native radio station that I was
It's
like
still-
the lone.
it's still going, right?
It's still going.
Yeah.
I was like the lone white dude, and so
Yeah.
it was like when I showed up there, I knew nothing, and I left there knowing something. But
Yeah.
they said I was grafted into the Chickawatt tribe because I wore the headphones, and I'm not even joking. I was the engineer of the show.
Okay.
And so, but
That's
they were
awesome.
all from like different tribes. There was Hopi, there was Navajo, there was Sac and Fox.
I've never heard of that tribe before.
That's in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Learning some stuff.
I know, right? Well, see,
About our own people.
You guys,
know?
hey,
Which is
it's
super
okay.
awkward.
But to be fair, we're from
Y'all are from
Canada.
Canada.
That is
Yeah,
true.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
We
say.
don't know the tribes around here, but
Because
guess
that's what I was
what?
gonna say. That I believe there's
We
like
know
500
we have
and-
Simshan. We have all kinds of tribes. What's up, you Sinjan people? Nishka, what's up?
Dude, see there
We
you
have
go.
tribes y'all have never heard about.
It's true.
Is your reserve closer to what do they call that?
The Northwest Territories.
Northwest Territories.
Yeah.
We're kind of near
Okay.
like Alaska.
We'd be like halfway. This is how I describe it to Americans. We're between Alaska and Seattle.
Yeah.
We're right in the middle.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we're in the middle of
We're
BC.
on the highway of
but we
tears.
still get. So we actually grew up on the highway of tears. Where a lot of like, if you ever look that up, please do. MMIW. What's up? The thing is, like, we have a huge issue of like women disappearing.
Murdered and missing
Yeah,
Indigenous women.
but it's on, like, we grew up on that highway where we were like told,
Our reservation
don't go.
is, like,
Our
literally
reserve
on
is
that
on the
highway.
highway. So we were told, don't go running, like, don't, but we used to train for track and field, and at the time only had dirt roads,
Yeah.
and the only place for us to train was on the highway.
Okay.
And I never tell my grandma, but I didn't know until I was older about the Highway of Tears. I didn't know why people were scared. I thought it was like a
I was gonna
boogeyman
say, is it
thing.
like
or like a,
like it's like
yeah.
yeah.
I thought it was like this like superstitious like thing. I didn't know that we were like.
It's
I mean, we have
that we're scared
Sasquatch
of.
and little people. So
Yeah,
I'm just like, the Sasquatch and little people are gonna get me.
Yeah.
So
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I didn't think like it was like actual.
Actual.
But we're
serial
from
killers,
like
murderers.
far up north, and like it
Yes.
gets -40. Like so, it's winter. We have winter. We have all the seasons.
It's like winter most of the year.
I was gonna say,
I'd
do you have all the seasons, or
Yeah,
is it
we
just
have all the
winter?
seasons. Yeah.
Mostly winter, but
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
have
The
all the
summer's good
seasons.
too, though. It's not like hot
It's
like
all
here in
3 weeks of
Arizona.
it.
Yeah, or hot like in a sauna.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is ridiculous.
We're
right
literally
now.
in like Albuquerque, New Mexico. Well, it's like
Sitting
this-
in a sauna.
Yes, like
Yeah.
in a hot like place. Like
Well,
it's already
it's
hot
100
in
degrees
here.
outside. You know what
Yeah.
we should do? Sit in 140 degrees.
Yeah, let's
We're
do
gonna
that.
up at
And then
battle.
I was actually hoping you guys would fake it, like do the fake sauna, put the water on us, and then
there's
I'd be
no
like, you know what, let's
faking
go.
You're like,
I'm
wow,
like,
those guys are really
No,
good actors.
yeah,
in
like
there.
Jeremiah's
Make
a
it seem real.
filmmaker.
Yeah.
Like I was ready. I was ready
Yeah.
to be like, oh my gosh,
Or
so hot.
actor.
We're actors. We could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hot.
I'm taking
This is
this
hot,
off.
by the
It's
way.
happening. I can't do this. Gaming. I want to talk about that because we got Red Dead Redemption in here. and
Yes,
so-
I was
yeah.
so excited.
Yes,
I don't know if you
fan.
got all my Instagram stories when I found out that I literally didn't know you were in it. And then I was playing the game Red Dead, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden I hear Jeremiah Bitsui's
Yeah.
voice.
So she didn't even know I was in it.
No, I
Again,
didn't.
Publicist.
Publicist, bro.
I need your
No.
I'm like,
clue.
I
is
had
this
no idea.
Jeremiah's voice? And then I messaged him like, are you in Red Dead? I Googled. I didn't even wait for you to respond. I'm like, I Googled. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jeremiah is in Red Dead. Oh my gosh.
We're such big like gaming nerds, so
Right.
like, we were playing it, and then Shannon told me, I'm like, no way, that's absolutely amazing. Because usually for like video games or some movies or voiceover stuff, they get
Right.
like pretendians to play native people.
Pretendians.
So it was
mean like
nice that
Johnny
they
Depp?
actually cast
No,
like,
we get
indigenous
indigenous
people in it.
Pretendians.
Yes.
So we were like super excited. We're like, thank God they cast a
Yeah.
real native person.
You
It
know,
was like,
they really went out of their way though. Like one thing is to cast natives. Like they actually created a fake script, and they went and they acted like it was a film.
Yeah.
And they did like this big casting search, and so when I actually got the role, I thought it was for a movie, and I think we talked about
Yeah,
that
we
last
talked about
time.
that, yeah.
I thought it was for a movie.
You didn't realize
and
it's one of the
it was
biggest
like-
games of the
no,
year?
I did,
Right?
And then,
Oh
like,
my
for
God.
A video game, I was like, oh my god, you know. And so yeah, you don't really know until.
Yeah.
But they hired a few people even on the native side, and some worked and some didn't. But it was weird because it was a different process.
yeah.
So it was like, we're gonna reshoot that because that last, it didn't work. But they were literally trying to hire people, some that never even worked before.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
So they kind of
Okay,
they
that's
kind of went out of their
good.
way.
Yeah.
I dug it. I thought it was awesome. I still play it like every once in a while. If
I still play Red Dead
Yeah,
too.
I'm like, okay, do I feel like hunting? And it's kind of
Yeah.
like
Do I
real
feel like
hunting. 'Cause
hunting?
I
No,
had
no,
dogs.
no,
I've
no,
seen
no.
Have you played the game?
So here's the thing.
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, no,
You don't get to talk. If you
Oppositely, I was gonna say I could go deep. I was the store manager of a GameStop in college.
Okay.
Like I
Props.
was when I was 7, I got a Nintendo Entertainment System, and
Yeah.
I've never looked back. Like
Yeah.
I still have one PlayStation downstairs, one upstairs, along with the Xbox One up and down.
That's our
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. So no,
Yeah.
I saw y'all were on Twitch, and it was like, oh snap, we're talking video
Yeah,
games.
and the thing is that people think that we just played because, they're playing because they want to make money. We've been playing video games since we were 7 years
Our
old.
mom taught us how to
Our
play
mom
video games.
taught. We had a young
Game, I wanna
teenager
know.
mom.
Yeah,
What
what's
was
your
your
favorite?
yeah,
Yeah,
what was your games?
our favorite game. I probably
I like
say,
Overwatch right now. Overwatch
Okay.
is like
I've been playing
my main
League of
thing.
Legends
I've been
lately.
playing Destiny 2
Okay.
a lot.
Alright.
Like whenever I feel like hunting a deer, I'll go on Red Dead. I'm like,
We're multi-streamers though, so like we play
Yeah.
every game.
I
So
was gonna
we have a
say.
Nintendo Switch, we have a PS4.
Yep, same,
we also
same.
play like on
games.
we also play PC games.
Cool.
So we kind of do it all,
awesome.
but we love video games.
Yeah.
And I think that's why our
but obviously
following
acting
likes
comes
us.
first.
Yeah.
Acting does come first.
Yes.
But we do play video games. It is
Yeah.
it is our like like stress reliever and
Yeah.
stuff. And I think it did start off because a lot of people are like, how did you get into video gaming? And we're like,
And they're like, you
well,
guys probably just got started
Downtime.
recently.
yeah,
We're
we're
like,
like,
we've
no,
been
our
playing since
mom.
we were
Our
7
mom
years
used to
old.
like play
That's
video
cool.
games for us, beat like and teach
boss?
us how to
Oh,
beat
yeah.
the boss,
Yeah.
and then like teach us tricks on how to get unlimited lives and stuff. She
Cool.
was,
So
she
what was
like,
that?
another
Like
level.
old school memory video game? Like, can you remember, like young?
Oh,
what was the game? What was your jam?
Our game was Mario Kart. For
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. Oh.
Like we used to race home, and like whoever got to go home first got to play Princess, who was like the best player in the game. She's the fastest.
I mean,
Yoshi was second.
I was about to say Yoshi.
Yeah, and then
Yoshi's
the mushroom
second.
third.
Yeah, I mean
or
sometimes
Toad.
But Bowser's awesome too because he can knock people out of the way.
I never liked Bowser. He
Yeah, but
starts
it
off
was slow.
Yeah,
Starts
but
off
the thing
slow.
is, like,
It's
he goes slow, but once he gets started, and if he doesn't stop the speed, he can get pretty fast.
He can.
Yeah.
He can
But the other
he
thing is,
doesn't
if
stop.
you get close to him, it's like you just
Yes, you
It's like you
spin
got-
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
completely.
of spinning out, this is the hottest I've ever been in my entire existence.
Oh.
Like,
I feel like
It
it's
feels
now
like a
so hot
massage
in
for
here that it's like my nostrils are burning. You know when you like
Yeah.
breathe in and
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
I actually am enjoying this. Like
Okay.
the
Nice,
only thing
huh?
that I'm worried about is the fact that we're the only ones with makeup on our
Yeah.
skin.
Oh, no,
where I'm
we-
thinking of like clogging my pores.
I didn't
We
put
did see that.
eyeshadow on.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not
gonna
putting
say,
eyeshadow.
I'm not falling for any
our
more
makeup
lies.
artist is so good that you can't even tell.
There you go.
But we just
Flawless.
have
Just
foundation
that new.
and then like mascara
Okay.
and
That new.
eyeliner. That like that's all I got. Okay, so I have a question. Because,
Yes.
you know, you were talking about how important it is to hire true, genuine, like native actors.
Yes.
Yes, right. And then, you know, earlier Jeremiah and I were talking about like, come Halloween.
Oh God.
Come Mardi Gras.
Oh, God.
Come all these times, and you see these
Coachella.
like Coachella. You see these like
They're
these
banning
native
them, though.
headdresses.
Not at Coachella.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
but like at other
festivals.
music festivals,
They
they're
are.
starting to ban headdresses where you're not allowed to go in with a headdress.
Yeah.
So Coachella should be next. Coachella, I love you, Coachella, but the thing is, what I don't want to see is people in headdresses.
Yeah. So talk
Yeah.
a little bit about that, because I know obviously you guys care deeply about your tribe
Yeah.
and why that is so sacred for you guys. Because I know that there would, on the flip side, like when I walked in as a very ignorant white dude and started learning about all the different tribes, because in America, I mean, here we had, at the time, it was 543 federally recognized tribes. And it was like, oh my God, and the sovereign land and all these things that I just didn't understand. Because of that, explain a little bit about that, like why it's so important
I
to you.
think what it like I
It
think-
romanticizes
Yes,
Native
it-
people.
Like dressing
So-
up as the Pochohottie, it you know, for Halloween.
Well, one,
it-
Pochohotties, who like was actually like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old,
that
and
was
she was a real
kidnapped
tribe.
by like
John
John
Smith,
who
who was in
old.
his, like he
You
was
are
old.
ruining Disney for me
And
right
the
now.
thing is that,
and
yes.
you are changing
So then-
the game.
But it's a
Yes.
real person. It's based on a
Yes.
real person.
And she still has ancestors that are like please stop using like our princess. Please stop using her to like romanticize like the story.
But it
So-
perpetuates negative and sexual stereotypes
Okay.
of Native
it sexualizes.
And then same
yeah.
with like mascots, right? Like,
Yeah.
because I know the Seminole tribe.
dehumanizes.
The Seminole tribe was all about like
Yeah.
the
Yes.
Florida State Seminoles, but that's like one of and everyone else is just quite anti, and so kind of the
Yeah.
savage, persona that they give to.
Well, the thing is, like, a lot of the mascots, like Redskins and all that,
Right.
like the imagery that's there, it's like this red, like literally a
Red
red
face.
skin.
Yeah.
But
Red
they also
face.
red face.
Yeah.
But they literally don't know like the reason why Native people are called red skins, because back in the day, fur traders could literally skin a Native person, and it was called a red skin, and
Yeah.
you get money to like show, hey, like
Yeah.
I scalped a Native, here you go. And so the thing is, like, and then a lot of people will say, like a lot of settlers will say, well, Native people started like scalping, and we're like, dude, like we didn't just go out and like scalp a bunch of
Right,
people,
right.
and it was actually specific tribes that did that,
Yeah.
and like, but like Europeans and settlers came over and like just took over that,
Yeah.
and we're just like there was, if you ever look this up and look up fur traders and how much you got for a red skin, it was a lot more than like fur. So like of an animal, so we were like dehumanized and we're treated like animals and hunted down. And so when there's a team like called Redskin,
Yeah.
and their mascot is literally that of like a red like human,
Yeah.
it like it dehumanizes Native people.
Or
where they-
when people are dressed up as Native people for Halloween, especially like
Yeah.
not especially women, but women.
Well, the
you
thing
know,
is that,
like,
like,
having
you-
like this savagery, whatever what people think like Native people look like.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's the Hollywood like
Plus
the
we-
Hollywood Indian.
Plus,
you know?
Native women are like the one like 1 out of 3 Native women will be sexually assaulted in her life, or will be raped in her life. 1 out of 2 Native women will be raped. So the thing is, like, our statistics of our women, we're literally getting
Sexually
murdered.
assaulted.
We're literally getting, like, we're literally going missing. We're literally, like, where I'm from, it's normal to know many people that have just disappeared.
Right.
Because it's so easy to kill someone and, like, them just be gone, because we literally live in like all forest area. So like where we're from, on the Highway of Tears, there's not just hundreds of women missing, there's thousands of missing Native women.
But Shannon and I are not shy with calling people out if they're dressed up as like a
but sometimes
dead
sometimes it's hard though.
princess.
But sometimes it's hard on Halloween to be like, because there's so many. Like, what am I gonna do?
No,
Go down
but
and, like,
you could be like, hey, can you please like take this down? This is harmful to indigenous women. You know, and they're like, no, it's like if people, this is like the opposite of being a cowboy or whatever. So I'm like, dude,
but also,
we're human. We're not like fairies.
It makes Native people look like
real.
But it also makes Native people feel like people think we don't exist. And I'm sure there's been many times where people are like, but you don't exist anymore. Like I am shocked when people say, what are you? And I'm like, oh, that's weird to us, but okay. I'm Native.
What are you?
It's like, it's not like white people are being told like, hey, what's your nationality?
Yeah,
and we're like, oh, well, I'm a little bit of Norwegian, Australian, and you know.
Well, I mean, now with like 23andMe, I feel like everybody's doing
that.
But, okay, so I have a question.
And you're right. And that's the funny
true.
thing is because like before it was blood quantum for tribes, it was like, well, what percentage?
Right.
And it feels so wrong to be like, I have to qualify to be a part of my own, you know, it's like, why do I have to, you know, but that's another story. I think, you know, you had a good point, like 23andMe, now people are actually figuring out their own quantum.
But also there's like a dog that, a Chihuahua that got his blood tested, and he got sent to like Ancestry.com, and he was like 36%.
No, it was quarter.
Yeah, Native American.
16%.
A dog did. So like
so you wonder, like there isn't enough pool of DNA of Native people in these DNA tests. So when people come back and they're like, oh, I have Native American in me, so it's not like 100% accurate.
Do you think it's because your people have always, I mean, traditionally, the tribe has so much pride in who they are, right? And that the identifier, I feel like the culture right now is grasping for that because they don't have something to belong to, right? Like my mom's side of the family, I'm Spanish. My first language was Spanish, so I gravitate more to that because there's so much more pride in that with my cousins, with my family, and yet my dad's side of the family is just kind of like. Some of them live in Texas, and some of them, you know, and so I think partially maybe it's because Native Americans don't really need to take the 23andMe because it's like, I know what tribe I'm a part of, and I know who I belong to. And,
that's true, but then a lot of, like, there's this whole thing of like, I'm nativer than you, like that's the thing. So the thing is that, and also like blood quantum, all of that kind of stuff, status cards, that is all like set up by the government. It's not like Native people were like, hey, we gotta test out how much blood you are. If you have a quarter Native, or like if you have a kid, if I have a kid with a white person, my kid is Native, even if he looks or she looks white. You are Native because
I can't speak for other Native people, but I don't believe in colorism, you know. Like my little sister, we call her white passing Native. She has blonde hair, blue eyes, grew up and like was raised on the reservation, knows probably more about my culture than I do. You know, because she went hunting all of her life. She like skinned her first, she went hunting and skinned her first deer, made her first
she was an adult.
So I'm just like, so she's like fully immersed. And I remember being like super worried when she was a kid because I'm like, oh no, like my little sister's like,
does she get picked on by other people?
Other Native kids, you know?
We're like, do people treat you differently because of your skin color? And she's like, what? It's like she didn't even phase her. She's like, why would people make fun? Like, I don't understand the question. So she was just accepted. So the thing is, like, we're not policing each other based on how much Native we are.
Or if you don't look Native.
We're getting policed by other people that are not
non-Natives are policing us if you're Native or not. It's not like, I'm not going to be like, Jeremiah, how much Navajo are you? Like, you know, that would never happen. That would never go down.
76%. 8%.
But I'm saying we don't police each other.
Right. So here's a question, because y'all talk about like the idea of, what did you say, Pochohotness?
Pochohottie. It's literally called, that's actually a Halloween costume name.
So that's like
that I see all the time.
You see like the white girl like doing that. But then like when I go to y'all's Instagram, you guys are gorgeous and you're models and and so talk about that, because you don't want them to personify themselves in a certain way as like sexualized.
Yeah, you can still be a native woman or a native man and decide that he wants to wear a loincloth and I'm gonna wear a bikini and not be a sexualized native person.
Yeah.
I'm just a human being.
Okay.
So that's where it gets like drawn, because people will be like, well, you're Instagram, you're wearing bikinis and you're doing that. But the thing is, I'm a human being.
Yeah.
Like, so just because I'm native, like native people can't be like give sexual imagery or like whatever, like because we're native. Like the thing is, I'm not sexualizing my culture by wearing a headdress and a bikini and being like, hey, go to my Patreon, like I'm gonna sell some like Pochohotties. No, we're not selling our culture like that. We're just being us. We're native that happens to be models and actors, and we happen to like be in that industry, but just because we're native doesn't mean that we can't be sexy. Yeah. So
I have an Instagram question. With Instagram, you guys are like on point, and I remember overhearing again one of your interviews, and you were like talking about how you know when to post, like what time, and all of these things. And I don't know, maybe just like for people watching, if they're interested in doing influencing or just growing their following, there's things that you guys know that's like huge.
Yeah, I would say like understand the algorithm. The algorithm on Instagram is changing every single day.
So the thing is, you might be able to post on a Sunday, like back in the day you can post on a Sunday and it was guaranteed like lots of
likes, lots of views. People are like, I don't want to go work,
and I'm just
Instagram
does this thing where they're
on Instagram for a bit.
Instagram does this thing where like every couple of months they just try to F with us, and they change the algorithm, so they don't want it to be like, if you post on this day, and if you use this many hashtags. Back in the day, you could use 30 hashtags. Now it's like you're not going to show up in the algorithm if you have more than 15. So like there's like it's always changing, and like the way that like we've developed enough of a community and we have a big enough following where we have friends that are social media influencers where we get to talk to each other like, hey, did you learn this? Like, oh, did you know about that? So we're kind of on this like insider thing.
And also it's one of those things of like collaborating with people, like, hey, like, do you want to do a skit, or like, do you want to go on my story? We'll like post each other's whatever. So like it's all about like collaborating,
cross promoting.
Yeah, but the best advice we could possibly give someone is if you're going to be a social media influencer, to always be consistent with your posting.
And don't wait. Don't be like, oh well, I need a better body. Oh well, I don't have a fancy camera.
People don't care. They just want to see you.
They just want to see you.
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all are with your pipes. Jeremiah's experienced this before. We end every episode with our theme song, and we let our guests kick it off. So,
okay, please do not sue me if your ears be bleeding. Please do not sue me. I'm putting this disclaimer. There's a chance to mute.
Because clearly you guys watch Don't Sweat the Small Stuff all the time, so you know the theme song.
But in mine, we did it Navajo, remember?
That's true. So do you need Danae, like Baskin?
Don't sweat this.
I'd have to call my grandma, and my grandma would have to like talk to Jeremiah. Jeremiah would have to talk to us. Like, this is how you say it. Like, so like, I don't know.
And my grandma loves Jeremiah, by the way. You don't understand. His biggest fan is my grandma.
Every time I talk to her on the phone, she's like, "How's my Jeremiah?"
Amazing.
Can you guys start it off? Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff right now. Cause you don't want to sweat the small stuff now. I stole the Mercy song. Please don't sue me. Please don't sue me. Please don't sue me.
Wow.
Man, that was a hot episode.
I see what you did there. Speaking of hot, this sauna, and you can get one at a discount. All you got to do is go to jnhlifestyles.com and enter the discount code DSTSS, or check out the link in our description.
Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys share this, because we want to be millionaires.
Okay. Or we just want to get the word out about how amazing Don't Sweat the Small Stuff is. So please like, subscribe, and share with everyone you know so that we can be millionaires. What?